I feel like there's something wrong with the whole idea of wanting to masquerade about being younger. I think there's something deep and, you know, I've never seen a man lie about his age. I've hardly ever seen a woman tell the truth.
Okay, but that's political. I mean,
I guess, you're right.
You know, because if there
Okay,
weren't...
I'm going now. I have an appointment with my plastic surgeon.
No, but if there weren't a different standard then for youthification, then males and females would submit to it or not, you know, to the same degree. Okay, but well, listen, this is about your book. Hello.
Yeah. Oh,
this
my book. My book.
And and in my life, books are like people. My books are like people. They have stories. Mm-hmm. Your book has a story, right?
Many.
So, no, not in it, of it.
Of it.
Yeah. So when and why did you say to yourself that you were going to write a book?
Good question. It started because I have spent my whole life with telling other people's stories and being very non-disclosing about anything about my own life. I don't know whether I was ashamed of it or because I wanted to play in a man's ballpark. I didn't want to say, my kid is sick, I have to take him to the doctor, or, you know, like when I was going through menopause and I was sweating in my boss's office, I never said, it's too hot in here. I wanted to play equal pool with them. And suddenly, when I hit 70, I thought, this is ridiculous. I'm going to just come out. I'm going to write something. I'm going to tell all the stories I haven't told. I'm going to talk about Helen Gurley Brown, and I'm going to talk about Gloria Steinem, and I'm going to talk about running that race from one to the other, from pretty to important, and that they weren't necessarily exclusive. And being married didn't mean that I was a second-class worker, or that I was, you know, I couldn't go home for trick-or-treating. I couldn't say those words to my boss. I had to leave early. I didn't know how to say it. So I said, I have an editing thing at 6 o'clock. I have to go now. Editing thing, you know, it was so stupid. I couldn't say trick-or-treating. I couldn't, and I thought, it's enough already. Just come on out, Sheila. You don't have that
What
much
was the
time
turning
left.
point? What was it? Just time and repetition? Or was there an event that made you say, okay, enough already? I'm going to tell my story?
I think it was the simple logistics. I was very good in math. So when I added what was left ostensibly to what I was, there was never more than 25 or 30 years. And I thought, if I don't do it now, you know, I'll never do it. So I did it. It's not that it's so brilliant. It's not Crime and Punishment. Don't get me wrong. It's a lot of punishment. Very little crime. But it was time. It was time, you know, to just be a woman, to be an older woman and not to be ashamed of it or afraid of it or frightened of it or what people would think of it, or, you know, to say also that I was in my late 70s and I was working in the workplace, and that I was working and that I was an important part of an idea, that I could come up with ideas, that it didn't mean that I should be discarded. And if I wasn't going to do it, how many women? I had Gloria. I didn't have anybody in media, in the workplace. I couldn't find anybody. I looked. So I figured I'd be that one. So I wrote it. And you'll buy it, right?